Gateway Foundation recently honored those who lost their battle to addiction disease and also celebrated those who are successfully living in recovery. To find out more, I talked to Dr. Teresa Garate.
So on March 6th, we honored a lot of people who lost their lives to overdose. So Black Balloon Day is an opportunity to remember those who have lost their life to an overdose. And it's a way to both recognize the importance of this topic and why we need to save lives, and also celebrate the ones who have continued to live even though they had an overdose, those lives that we saved.
Does it also send people back, maybe possibly into a tailspin when they think about something like that?
Yeah, you know, anytime you think about a loved one, you know, obviously it's going to trigger some things. So what we try to do is use it as an opportunity to educate the public about why it's important to ask for help, to go to treatment, because addiction is a disease of the brain, and also for the community to be empowered to carry Narcan, to have ways that they can save a life, and so that we don't have lives that were lost.
Now, a lot of people look at addiction as a moral failing, like you don't have enough strength to battle this, but that is not it. It is truly a disease like heart disease, diabetes, and other diseases that afflict the body.
Absolutely. I think we need to stop thinking of it as a moral failing, as you said, and think of it as a chronic disease. You know, if you suffer from substance use disorder, you're going to struggle with that your whole life, just like you would with diabetes. And you have to be very aware of you as a person, what triggers you, what the supports that you need around you to stay in a life of recovery, and also go to treatment, right? If you do need help, go to treatment. Go to a place like Gateway where we're here to help and we know how to do this.
How do you know when it's time to go to Gateway? A lot of people say, I don't think I really have a problem, but there are signs there that people should be paying attention to.
You know, if you're asking yourself, do I have a problem? That's probably a good indication that you should at least take an assessment, call somebody to have an intake. You know, you could call our hotline and we can do an assessment right there on the phone. We have a new program that's virtual, Explore Recovery. You can go on there and just ask questions, learn, and at that moment take an intake. But if you yourself are saying, you know, am I drinking too much? Am I using too much? Am I using the wrong things? Am I waking up every day and I can't move unless I take whatever the substance is? Then you should definitely do an intake, you know, just like you would if you're not feeling well. If your stomach is, you know, if you've got a stomach flu for days, you're not just going to keep going. You're going to go seek help from a doctor.
Get help.
Same thing.
And what does that help look like?
So that help is, you know, everything from outpatient to residential treatment to long-term recovery. So at Gateway, we will do an assessment. We'll let the person know this is the type of treatment that we recommend. Usually it's residential for some time. Sometimes it is outpatient, intensive outpatient or basic outpatient, but then we'll recommend a treatment plan, a person-centered treatment plan with a care plan, just like you would, you know, I think people have a challenge. They understand that if you have a medical condition, you have a treatment plan. If you have a substance use disorder, you get a treatment plan as well.
But unlike some diseases, this is not something you're cured of at that moment. This is sort of a long-term situation that you need to have attention to, and Gateway is there through the long term.
Absolutely. So when you come to us, when you finish your active treatment, we are your partner for life. We have very robust alumni support programs. We have digital supports, as well as you can always call on us. We do alumni activities. We offer meetings both virtually and in person, but we want to be there to make sure that you stay in recovery for as long as you can for the rest of your life.
If you have lost a loved one to addiction, Gateway Foundation invites you to honor their life and memory by scanning the QR code that you see there on your screen and posting to their virtual remembrance board. There you'll be able to write a message, add an image or a video honoring a loved one. For more information on the treatment options, visit gatewayfoundation.org or call the number there on your screen.
Daytime Chicago is sponsored by Gateway Foundation.